My name is Roland and I'm here with my wife Mila. We've been traveling with Insight Vacations for 3 decades now.
I'm Rhoda Obias and this is Mon Obias, and we have been traveling with Insight for 13 years already since 2011. We have been traveling with Insight 20 times already because we have been traveling twice a year or 3 times a year. Through the director of Raja Travels, we started traveling with Insight, Luxury Gold, the Canadian Rockies, and then Balkans, Baltics, and so on and so forth.
This time it was because of my aunt. It was just the two of us. So we had to join a tour. So our family trusted travel agency introduced us to Insight Vacations for more than 5 years now.
Mila and I are very privileged and fortunate to have traveled to so many beautiful places and interesting places over the years. And a lot of those travels were with Insight Vacations. The travel experience was informative, very interesting, and very memorable. One of those memorable occasions on this trip, I remember in a recent trip in the Balkans, was actually in Bosnia, but Bosnia and Herzegovina. We were invited for dinner by a local family. We were set up to meet with them, and we get to share the local homemade food. So it was a good thing to interact with them, learn a little bit about their culture and their history.
My most unforgettable experience would be my visit to Mont Saint-Michel in Normandy, France. And my most memorable one too, I celebrated my 70th birthday there. Mont Saint-Michel is rich in history, national treasure of France, a UNESCO World Heritage. And I was so glad I was able to climb up to the top of the abbey, the monastery of Mont Saint-Michel. It was a hard climb for me because the pathway leading to the abbey is steep, narrow, cobblestone, and there were 350 steps. And at my age, senior at 70, I was so glad I was able to make it. That would be my most memorable experience.
I like Croatia. Yeah, the vibe is very chill. The food is very Mediterranean, and you get to see different places, especially the one with the walls. I found it very memorable for me because I get to see the place where the Game of Thrones was filmed.
I think the most memorable one would be the one in Schönbrunn Palace, wherein we were the only one inside the palace. I think that's a European dream.
The most memorable experience that I had with Insight was my visit to the Vatican, and it was a nice experience because we were not together with the crowd, and it really made a difference that, we had a private tour and it made it more unforgettable.
Yeah, they're all centrally located. And what I like about Insight Vacations, it chooses one of the best, if not the best, hotels. Food is great, the breakfast spread is great, staff is also good, exceptional service.
Well, they're, as advertised, they're centrally located, which is what we really enjoy because we're fond of looking around shops after the tour hours, and we like to buy souvenirs here and there, something to bring home, small ones, and the locations of those hotels really serve that purpose. And everywhere we go, whether you're in Prague, whether you're in Athens or London, they're all centrally located.
And if they're not centrally located, the view can be very beautiful, as in the hotel in Israel, wherein when you open the curtains in the morning, you see the beautiful sunrise over the Sea of Galilee. And then you hear the birds chirping and little boats from afar. So it's beautiful and it's good for the soul.
I would say the buses that we used were very comfortable. They had lots of legroom, they're spacey, good windows.
Good
you could say
cushions.
that they're practically our homes on the road.
Yeah.
They're very safe. Our
The driver was
Johan, I think.
expert.
Assistant. Expert driver, very skillful.
We felt very safe throughout
Yeah.
the trip. It was quite comfortable and we were enjoying the movie.
We even had Wi-Fi on the bus.
Yeah.
Insight Vacation provide big coaches. And I would say that the hotel and the coach provide a seamless experience of enjoyment and comfort. Seamless, I would say seamless, because as you step out of the hotel, you get into the coach. And when you step out of the coach after the tour, you get into the hotel. So I would say these two facilities, the hotel and the coach, complement each other. And for me, they provide a seamless luxury. And the coaches are spacious. They provide enough legroom. And especially for us Asians, the space is very comfortable. And it has panoramic windows such that we would be able to take videos and photos, and my wife would skip the nap and instead take videos and photos of the sceneries and the countryside. And at the end of the day, she would show it to me and say, look, this would emulate the photos and videos that you will find in Google and YouTube.
Well, she was hands-on on the tour. The schedule, she was preparing, she was giving us the schedule in advance, giving insights on what to look out for on the next destination, giving us travel tips where to shop, where to buy the gelato, remember?
Yeah.
The special gelato.
Yeah.
And all of those things, she does that.
The little things
All of these things very helpful to us as travelers because it makes our trip very comfortable and relaxing, and we have time to enjoy.
Without worrying what will be next. You know, the travel directors are very knowledgeable, and you know they give you a good insight of the destination. So it's something that you would not have gotten if it was like in another tour. The tour directors are very thorough in explaining each destination as we go along.
From time to time, the travel director shares knowledge about the place, like some abandoned buildings there. He tells stories of why it's abandoned, and he plays a video on the bus to make us watch the story about what happened to the place. So he shares some stories from time to time.
I like inside vacations because at least once in a while, you will really feel that you're being special and loved by them. The word VIP, travel in style. So I really like it.
Will never go wrong with Inside Vacation.
It's worth
The
it.
best, number one.
I've been recommending Insight to my family and friends for years now, and they all loved it. Definitely a travel choice that I'll make time and time again.
Traveling with Inside Vacations is truly making traveling a delight in a trip. We would always recommend it. I would recommend it to my friends and relatives. Since we have traveled 20 times already, the Inside Vacations introduced us to the wonders of travel. And all those travels were wonderful journeys. There's a saying that when you are a traveler, when you see the world, you become modest because you will see how little you occupy in this world. So I love traveling, and I would definitely recommend it to my friends and relatives.